Judge Strauber's here to talk about his request. So just run it down.
Judge Watson to pass out some materials, y'all.
Okay. How are you doing today?
Fine, how are y'all?
Fine, thank you.
This is Alan Watson, my
How are you doing?
main court coordinator. We have some other court coordinators from the 54th District Court and the Indigent Defense Coordinator here also, and I think retired Judge George Allen has decided to come in this afternoon. He's working today, by the way.
Is.
First of all, let me express my appreciation to y'all for letting me appear before you today. I want to bring up an issue that I raised several budget sessions ago, several times in several budget sessions a number of years ago. And that is the disparity between what your administrators as county commissioners are paid and what the court coordinators are paid for the respective courts in the county.
So I've been watching county budget hearings for several years, and Judge Strauber says that he, in the past, several times, has addressed the pay parity or pay difference between administrators for the county commissioners and his own staff. I didn't ever remember the issue coming up before, so I filed a Public Information Act requesting access to information about the pay raise, and any time in the past that pay parity had been brought up between the Commissioner's administrative assistants and Judge Strauber's staff. And I got the first odd thing I noticed about the responsive information is there's no date on it. We don't know whether he made the request or had the paperwork filed before or after he dismissed the felony charges against Will Jones. But it's notable that there's no record of him ever bringing up pay parity between his court administrator and the county commissioner's administrative assistants prior to dismissing the felony charges against the county commissioner.
If you take a look at the figures that I have provided you, you'll note the salary range for our court coordinators is from $40,368 to $46,015. Each of your administrative assistants, precincts 1, 3, and 4 make $51,955, $51,956. Annually, precinct 2 administrator makes about $6,000 more than that, $56,702. We've also provided you some figures regarding what the court administrators and coordinators make in other counties. I don't claim that this is a representative sample of throughout the state, but you'll see the population figures there for some of those counties. For instance, Jefferson County, Lubbock County, Smith County, all are within more or less the same population range we are. In fact, every county listed on there, Ellis, Jefferson, Johnson, Lubbock, Midland, Parker, Potter, Smith, and Tom Green, their salary ranges for their court coordinators are considerably higher than they are here. I have no quarrel or beef whatsoever with what y'all pay your administrators. I have no doubt that they work hard or entitled to the salaries that they're paid. That's not my issue. My issue is how little our coordinators are paid relative to what your administrators are paid. I think that is a major issue, and I'm calling it to your attention this year, asking that you make the appropriate adjustments. You see what I've requested on my particular budget request. I'll allow the other judges to make whatever request they wish to make. But
it's really important to note here, Judge Strauber says that he's requesting it for his staff and specifically says, I'll allow the other judges to make their request. If you hung around for several hours and waited, some other information came.
As a general rule, I think court coordinators and administrators in this county ought to be paid on a par with what your people are getting. I know how hard they work. I know the pressures that they're under, the extreme difficulties under which they work, and they need to be rewarded accordingly. So I will entertain any questions you might have. I think, and I'm going to keep raising this issue for as long as I'm here, I promise you.
So this is the public information related to the county commissioner who is now a convicted criminal. In that matter, the criminal district attorney wrote that it would be in the best interest of justice and society to appoint a pro tem because the defendant is a county commissioner for Precinct 3 in McLennan County, Texas, and votes on budgetary and human resource matters brought before the Commissioner's Court by the District Attorney's Office. So the District Attorney believes it's in the interest of justice and society to recuse his office. And it's important to note here, too, that a judge made a ruling on this motion to recuse and granted it. In other words, a judge found that a conflict of interest might exist. However, Judge Strother had no such conflict of interest and made felony charges go away against a county commissioner. Now he's petitioning for $20,000 in raises for his staff. So you remember earlier when Judge Strother said he was going to let the other judges decide how much they increase their salary?
Adjustments. You see what I've requested on my particular budget request. I'll allow the other judges to make whatever request they wish to make.
Well, not the most interesting part. There is a public record that shows what the other courts requested in the way of increases for their staff. On the public record, what we've got is the 170th District Court and the 74th District Court. And if you combine their increases, it's 1/4 of the request that Judge Strother made.
Adjustments. You see what I've requested on my particular budget request. I'll allow the other judges to make whatever request they wish to make.
Okay, so this is where it starts to get interesting. You have a public record that shows that the district judge, Ralph Strother, requested $20,000 in increases. You have a public record that shows that other district courts made requests for much more reasonable increases in salary for their employees. You have a statement in Commissioner's Court by Judge Strother that he's going to let the other district courts decide how much raise to request. Then there's this.
I got a phone call from Judge Strother this morning, and he said that he may not have been clear that his request, when you're considering his court administrators, that he really was making the same, pitch for all of the courts.
Adjustments. You see what I've requested on my particular budget request. I'll allow the other judges to make whatever request they wish to make.
The district court. So he said he didn't. He wasn't sure if he made that clear, but that he would ask that you would consider.
Okay, I assumed it was because there are other court administrators here.
Right.
Besides here. So.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
So hours after the judge appears in Commissioner's Court and says that he's only requesting for his office, he'll let the other judges take care of their requests, then the county auditor pops up and says, oh, wait a minute, I got a phone call from Judge Strother, and he's going to request this increase for everybody. Now, I understand you might think, well, that's a stand-up guy. He's just a good guy. The reality is it's going to cost taxpayers $110,000 for Judge Strother to dismiss the charges, felony charges, against the county commissioner. That's the price justice goes for in McLennan County. But you know who's getting the bill? McLennan County taxpayers.